Okay. So I'm just testing if the sound is okay. Let me just see. And the sound is okay. Okay, so how's everyone? It's really a very nice experience to be here to carry out this first live streaming session. We are very, very excited, and we already started this live streaming session just for you to give you some time and to give more time so that more students can join us and so that more students can tune us in, okay? So let me just change the music. So we are going to start in about 9 minutes. So far, I'd like to know, where are you watching us from? I know that there are going to be some Bethlemite students from Vélez, and it is a high pleasure to know that they are watching us. But I would like to know, where are you watching us from? It's so good to see that we have 7 people watching us already. So that's awesome. So I'm going to check the chat to see where you guys or ladies are watching us from. Awesome. So hello, Sebastián David Villa, and also hello, Diego Vesga. Awesome. So where are you guys from? Why don't you tell us in that chat? Awesome. So good. So good. So interesting. We have 9 people, 10 people watching us. So while we give people a little more time, we can, please tell us, where are you watching us from in Colombia? So it is very important for me to mention that this is the first streaming session, and this first streaming session is for you high school students in Colombia. However, later on, maybe in March, maybe in April, we are going to be live streaming for Bethlemite students, not only in Colombia, but also in America. I mean, America as the continent, so Latin America. That means Central America and also Latin America. Ecuador, Colombia, El Salvador, Guatemala, Panama, and Costa Rica. So that is going to be another streaming session that we are going to be doing in March and also in April. It's awesome. Hello, Maria Daniela Jerez. Welcome. Hello, Diego Anaya. Hi. How are you? Okay, I would like to know, where are you from? Where are you from, Sebastián, Diego Anaya, Maria Daniela? I'd like to know if probably you are from Vélez, from another city in Colombia. I'd like to know. Is the sound okay? Just so that we know that everything is working okay. So we have 10 people watching us. That is very, very interesting. Awesome. So cheers. I'm going to have a little water because I need to warm up my voice. Welcome, Maria Daniela. Bermeja. Hello, Diego Anaya from Bucaramanga. Thank you so much for watching us today. Thank you, Andrea Estrada, for saying hi. What is the idea today? Today we are going to give you some tips so that you can do better on your ICFES exam. It doesn't matter if you are in 8th grade or in 9th grade. That's even better. La Leche. Who is La Leche? Where are you from, La Leche? Very curious name. Okay, so as I was saying, we are going to start our streaming session in about 5 minutes. So, excuse my voice, In January, I had a terrible, terrible flu, and it was, you know, it was so hard. And it is a pleasure to, well, to see that this invitation that was for all Colombian schools, all Bethlemite schools in Colombia, was very well received. So thank you so much, Diego Vesga from Barranca Bermeja. We have 8 people who are watching us already, and let's see if there are more students who are going to join us today in the following 5 minutes. We have 10 expectors, 10 people who are watching us today. So let's see if more people come up. Wow, we have 67 subscribers. As you know, this is a new YouTube channel. It is going to be open for you, only for you, Bethlemite students in Colombia and also in the countries that I mentioned before. So take advantage of this channel. It is going to be, as I said, for you, and also if you have any ideas, any topics that you would like to discuss in this channel, you can let us know in the chat, or maybe it's better if you tell us in the comments below, right? Or you can also send a mail. I'm going to give you all of the social networks so that you can watch us and so that you can follow us wherever you are. So this is our first session today. I would like to say hello to our dear colleague and our dear teacher Magali from Pamplona, and also a very nice welcome to Paola Villamizar from Pamplona as well. And hello, Melissa Toscano. I don't know where you are from. Why don't you tell us where you're from? We are going to start in about 4 minutes, okay? In about 4 minutes, we're going to start. So as I was saying, if you have any topics, any recommendations, please let us know, because we are very interested in this YouTube channel in English that was born within the Bethlемite community and that is addressed to Bethlemite students. Hello, Juan Romero, welcome. Hello, Melissa Toscano from Barranca Bermeja. It is very interesting that all students so far are from Santander. So Barranca Bermeja, Pamplona, y Norte de Santander, also Bucaramanga. Wow, a very good, a very congratulating message, and also a thumbs up for Bethlemite students in Santander. La Leche, I already, La Leche, yeah, La Leche is from Pamplona. Hello, La Leche. Why don't you tell me your real name? Okay, Luigi Miranda, hello. Luigi or Luigi? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it, but why don't you tell us where you're from? Bonjour, La Leche. It is also interesting that you speak French. Parlez-vous français? Où est-ce que vous avez appris le français? Okay, so it is going to take only 2 more minutes so that we officially start our first session, our first live streaming session. And yeah, it is very cool to see that 19 people are watching us already. So yeah, so I guess that Luigi is from Bucaramanga, because Diego is already saying or correcting my pronunciation. Okay. Yes, La Leche, I already said your name. 21 people. Okay, so 1 more minute so that we officially start our first session. Juan Romero, where are you from? Okay, my first question is, do you know do you know any other Bethlемite schools in Colombia? Because, okay, we know that there is a Bethlemite school in Barranca Bermeja. Barranca Bermeja just had, they just had their first 50-year birthday. So a very warm congratulations message to Barranca Bermeja, because they already had their first 50 years in their school here in Colombia, in Barranca Bermeja. Thank you so much, Juan. I would like to know, students from Barranca Bermeja, how was the celebration? I saw some pictures on Facebook, and it really looked like you were having a lot of fun. So that's awesome. I wish I had been there. I wish I had been there. So we are going to count to 10 so that we officially start our session. Welcome, let's say welcome to the first 36 people who are watching us already. Julian David Aceiro is asking how long this is going to take. So we are taking 10 minutes so that we give a little more time to students who are starting to watch this live streaming session. But it is going to take about 20 minutes or 30 minutes. It depends on how much fun we're having. Thank you so much, dear Paola, because they are sending their greetings from 2017 seniors in Pamplona. Hello, Victor. You are more than welcome and more than invited to participate in English. Hello, Maria Fernanda Reyes. It's so good to see somebody from Palmira, from the south of Colombia. And Vanessa Licona is also welcome. I'd like to know where Vanessa is from. Juan Romero. Okay, I'm going to encourage you to participate in this live streaming session in English, because that's the idea. And probably you have more YouTube channels in Spanish. So why don't you benefit this channel in English, because it is from the Bethlemite community and it's addressed to the Bethlemite community. Hello, Mariana Salazar from Pereira. Luis Riaño is asking, what is the motivation or the reason why of this video? You know what? The reason why is that we know that YouTube is a very, very interesting means of communication, and therefore we need to take advantage of it. So we wanted to reach a lot of students and to practice our English more, to give you nice messages and to give you interesting messages about the world, but in English. That's the idea. Ivan Dario, welcome from Vélez. He is the high school teacher in Bethlemitas Vélez. And also, let's say welcome to Sofia and Juliana, and also Mariana from Pereira. Okay, thank you to the 44 people who are watching us already. We are going to officially start our session, which is called Get Ready for Your ICFES Exam. Let me just share my screen. Give me just 1 second. It is there. Bethlemite students, welcome to this first session. As I said before, the idea is to use YouTube to practice our English, and also so that you get to know your classmates, or not your classmates, but other students from Bethlemite schools in other cities in Colombia. Welcome to this session, which is called Get Ready for Your ICFES Exam. The first tip that we are going to give you is that you need to mentally train yourself. What does that mean? Whenever you tell yourself, I can, you automatically prepare your body, your mind, and everything of yourself to be ready for that situation that you are preparing yourself for. So what is the idea? The first thing that you are going to tell yourself in the morning, and also every day, and also the day before the test, and also the same day of the test is, I can do this. If you say, I can do this, you can really, really, really show very positive results. If you believe in something, you can make that real. And trust us, trust me and trust us. Whenever you say, this is possible, little by little, it becomes possible. So never forget that the impossible doesn't really exist. It just takes a little time. So that is our first tip. That is our first message. Mentally train yourself by saying, I can. I can do this. I got this. Those positive phrases, those positive sentences in your head are going to be more than useful. And that is the idea. That is the idea. The idea is to prepare your body and your mind for whatever comes. So don't forget this very powerful and important sentence, which is I can. The next step is another sentence, and this implies, or this means, emotional training. What does that mean? That means that you need to tell yourself in the morning and the day of the test and the day before the test and every single day of your life, I want to. What is it that you want? Do you want to succeed in your ICFES exam? Do you want to be happy? Do you want to have positive and happy results? Well, that's the idea. If you tell yourself every day and in different moments this powerful sentence, I want to, then you confirm your wishes, and little by little they become true. So don't forget to do this emotional work, to say, hey, I want to have good results in the test. And also that means that you need to be fearless. If you are fearful, if you are afraid, that doesn't really help. So make sure that the day of the test you are emotionally trained and you are emotionally ready for the test. So I'm going to see if there are any questions so far. Hello Giselle, hello Oriana. Okay, so we have 43 people who are watching us already. And okay, I'm going to encourage you to participate in the chat, but only in English, okay? That's the idea, because you can practice Spanish in so many other opportunities, and the idea is to practice English in here. Okay, another very important point is equilibrium. Keep the balance. What do you see there? Here, here we see an elephant and also somebody who is standing, and what we are trying to represent is keep the balance, keep the equilibrium, don't stress. If you have the right amount of good emotions, a good and positive attitude, you have the equilibrium that is necessary for you to go through the test and do well. And that's what we want. You want to have happy results, and we also want you to be confident. We also want you to feel safe when you are taking the exam, especially in the English section. So don't forget, keep the balance, and just remember the elephant who is able to stand on a ball, and he is not falling. So that's the idea. We have a very interesting suggestion. It is take care of your chakras. Have you heard about chakras? Okay, let's have a little conversation in English, please, in the chat. What have you heard about chakras? I'm going to go back to the chat. What have you heard about chakras? Please, Sofia Briseño, I encourage you to practice your English. Okay, Juan Romero, you can be more respectful. Oriana, what have you heard about the 7 chakras? Welcome, Isabella from Pereira. Oriana, yeah, embrace tranquility. Yeah. Okay, so let's see a little more about chakras. These are points of energy in your body. There is a purple chakra, there is a blue chakra, there is another blue chakra, green, yellow, orange, and red. What is the idea? The idea is to keep us on a spiritual balance. This one, the blue one, is about the third eye. Have you heard about the third eye? It is what you can know through intuition. Doesn't that sound interesting? Intuition. When you develop your intuition, heaven can send you very lovely messages from God. So God speaks to us in many different ways. So one of those ways is through people, like you say, oh, That person is telling me something that is very important. It's like God is speaking to me through this person. And another way of God speaking to us is our third eye, our visions, our thoughts, and also our intuition. Communication, throat chakra. This chakra is about expressing yourself. When you don't express yourself, if probably you are too shy, if probably you overexpress yourself and you say everything that you think, which is not, how do you call it, which is not advisable either. In those cases, it is possible that you are having a problem with that chakra. What is the point? Express yourself in a way that you don't affect others and that you are not affected either. Okay, another chakra is the heart chakra, which is related to love and to healing, and it is a very important chakra. It is in your heart. Is your heart ready for love? Is your heart ready to heal? And not only yourself, is your heart ready to love somebody else? And is your heart ready to heal somebody else? Those are interesting questions that you can ask yourself. Okay, the other chakras, I'm going to leave them for you so that you do a little more research on them and so that you can explore them to have a good balance of emotions and also balance of energies so that you do awesomely good on your ICFES exam. Now we're going to give you another tip. The tip is the power of visualizing. It is very powerful because when you visualize, when you see in your mind something that you want or something that you wish or something that you really need, you attract it. When you visualize it, the universe is giving physical appearance to those dreams. So don't be afraid of visualizing. Visualize good things. For example, world peace. If every single day, every person in the planet visualizes world peace, be sure that world peace will happen and it is possible. So let's not forget that if we visualize, we attract the universe by our side and we make things happen. So when we say dreams come true, it is not only a cliche, it is not only a beautiful quotation or beautiful words. No, that is true. And practice it yourself. Practice it yourself and you will see that your wishes do come true. The more visualizing that you do in advance, the better that you will feel. So here you have another tip. We hope that it is useful for you. Don't forget to put it into practice. Another tip, use your time wisely. If you enjoy reading, that's awesome. Why? Because your eyes are going to start being trained for the ICFES test. And also, if you start from 9th grade to practice reading and to practice these mock exams in ICFES, then you will feel more confident when you are 11th graders. So here is the time for me to ask, what is your grade? Are you 11th graders? Are you 9th graders? Are you 10th graders? Or are you 11th graders? So I'm going to go back to the chat to see what your grade is. Oriana, that is awesome that you read a lot in English. Thank you so much. Victor Manuel, you can visualize something, but if you don't do anything to get it, it won't happen. That is more than true. I totally agree. But if you do anything and you don't visualize it, it is also necessary to do, but it is also necessary to visualize so that your actions are more accurate and so that your actions are more, how do you call it, correct and successful. So we have 10th graders like Victor Manuel, 11th graders like Mariana and Diego, like Luis Piaño. Thank you so much, Diego Vesca. This is a video for the ICFES and not It is not a soccer forum. Thank you so much to the 57 people who are watching us today. Okay. 11th graders, Diego, Melissa, Diego Anaya. 11th graders like Paula, like Luigi, Miranda. All right, so most of you are 11th graders. It is very good. If you have classmates in 10th grade or in 9th grade, you can tell them to start practicing. It is not that they need to worry, but the more time that they have, the better that they will do in their ICFES exam. A very, very interesting tip and very important aspect to take into account is yourself for an ICFES exam. Enjoy your training. Enjoy being better. When you are training yourself, you are improving yourself. And we can enjoy that too, right? That's very enjoyable. Just like when you do workout. When people do workout, gymnastics, when they do exercise, they enjoy it because they know that they are going to be fit, that they are going to look better, that they are going to be healthier, that they are going to, yeah, to have I don't know, a better appearance. I mean, there is a reason they enjoy their training in the gym or wherever they are, their physical training. They enjoy it because they know that it has a sense. So if you do the same with your ICFES exam, trust me, it is going to be awesomely good when you take it, okay, when you take the exam. So enjoy your training. I would like to know who of you train, who of you do gymnastics, who of you go to the gym. So I'm going to go back to the chat. So nobody exercises? Let me just see. Okay, so probably nobody is interested in telling that they... Oh, good question. Marianela, training your mind or your body? In this case, I'm asking if you train your body. So that's what I'm asking now. Okay, so Victor Manuel doesn't train. Oriana does gymnastics. That's very interesting. Oriana also swims. Yes, so do you enjoy swimming? Do you enjoy gymnastics? So if you do that, but also when you are training yourself for the English exam, then it's going to be better. Then you are going to have more successful results because you are going to be happier. And when you are happy, trust me, the universe conspires. The universe conspires and gives you all of the positive energies. Angels conspire too. So be happy and also have beautiful thoughts. When you have beautiful thoughts, when you visualize, when you when you are a positive person, you attract positive results and positive things. And this also applies for the ICFES exam. Another tip is try many times. Try many times. But please, don't exaggerate. Don't burn out. Why are we saying this? Because we have known students who have tried many times, who keep on practicing for the ICFES, and then they take the ICFES and, oh, it didn't go well. Well, that happens. But if you have more opportunities to practice, and if you have more time to practice, you are going to feel more confident. If you feel more confident in the exam, it is more possible, and it is highly possible that you get better results. And that's what you want. But we also want you to be happy. So don't forget about that. If you are happy, and if you try harder, and if you make efforts, and if you try many times, and if you use your time wisely, believe us, you are going to have not only positive results in your ICFES exam, which is only an exam, but also in real life. This is a very practical tip. Make sure that you don't forget anything. And by anything, we mean your ID, which in Colombia we call tarjeta de identidad. Don't forget that. Also, don't forget a specific pencil. Usually is a Mirada 2 pencil, but I don't know if that has changed nowadays. Also a good eraser, so that if you make a mistake, you can erase, and if it is a good eraser, it is not going to leave your page dirty. So that's also very important. Why? Because if you made a mistake and if you erased, you want it to look like nothing happened, okay? Okay, this is another practical tip. On that day, or no, probably 3 or 4 days before, make sure that you find out the location of the place where you are going to take the exam. Usually, it is possible that you take the ICFES exam at a university, at another school, at a different place. So it is not going to be at your school in most cases. So find out the location of the place in advance. Go to that place so that you don't get lost on that day. If you get lost on that day, it is very sad because you lose time, and if you lose time, okay, that affects the results. So make sure that you know the specific place in which you are going to take the exam so that you are not late. Please, please don't be late. Make sure that you sleep well the night before. Make sure that you eat well. Make sure that you are well rested. Make sure that you are mentally and also physically ready for the exam. And also, if you know where you are going to take the exam, you also know where to have lunch. That is very important too, because when you finish the first part of the exam, you are going to be hungry like a wolf. So make sure that you know where to take the exam and also where to have lunch. Okay, the day before, make sure that you don't eat a lot. Also, on that same day in the morning, because if you have a very, very, very heavy breakfast, you could get sleepy, and you don't want that. So, in order not to be sleepy during the exam, try to have a healthy breakfast, enough food, but not a lot of food. So, you know, fast food and pizzas, hamburgers, yeah, they are tasty, but not in the breakfast on the very same day of the test, okay? So make sure that you eat well, make sure that you don't get hungry, but make also sure that you are not going to get sleepy during the exam. However, you could have a chocolate bar. What is the idea? To give you energy, to keep you awakened, to keep you up, to have you to keep yourself ready, okay? So a chocolate bar is also a good idea. It is highly important that you sleep well the night before. You can chill, relax the day before. The day before is not a day to study. Make sure that you don't overstudy the day before. That is one of the most important advices that we need to give to you. Don't overstudy the day before. The day before is a day to meditate, if you like to meditate. If you do yoga, that's an awesome idea too. But don't overstudy the day before. That's what I just said. That is a day for you to prepare your body. So this is why you need to sleep well. You need to sleep like a baby. And also prepare your mind by saying, I got this situation. I can. I want to. I am going to succeed. This is going to be one of my best tests ever, at least in English. This is also a very, very, very important point. Don't go partying the night before. No. Don't go clubbing the night before. No. It is not a good idea to stay up late the night before because, as I said before, you need to sleep well like a baby. Some people say that, oh, yeah, this is a good idea because I need to go I need to relax and to chill and to be distracted. Well, that can be true, but if you go clubbing and if you go to a party, that really consumes a lot of energy. And you can go partying in another, there are so many other situations to go partying the night before the ICFES is not a good idea. That is a good day to, Netflix and chill, Netflix and pizza, and go to bed early so that you have beautiful dreams, so that you relax. If you can go to a spa, even better. If you can have, I don't know, very, very lovely fragrances and interesting smells in your room that really, really relax you, that is also an awesome idea. So, I'd like to know how we are doing so far. 49 people are watching us. I would like to encourage Vale Hernandez to participate in English, okay? Because that's the idea, to participate in English. Okay, we are going to go back to our tips. Okay, this is a very interesting part. Don't compare your answers. This is very usual, and this happens a lot at school. When we finish our exam, it's like, what did you answer in A? What was answer for question number 20? No, 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 don't do that. As soon as you finish, go home, go back home, probably eat lunch or have dinner with your family or with your friends. But don't talk about the ICFES. You spent a whole day taking your ICFES, and then you finish, and then you keep on talking about the ICFES. Oh, no, please, no. That is a good opportunity and a good moment to talk about anything else, to have fun. That is also a good opportunity to gather with your friends, to stay relaxed, but don't talk about the ICFES after the test, and also don't compare your answers. Why? Because that means stressing before time. So you don't know the results yet. You are not going to know the results. They take a little time. No, not a little time. They take long. So while that moment comes, the idea is that you just keep on chilling, that you relax. So please, if you compare your answers with other people, you are going to be thinking about that, let it go. Just go with the flow and don't stress. So this is why we advise you, we highly recommend you not to compare your answers when you finish the exam with your classmates. So another interesting point. People usually have different paces. That means that some people finish the test earlier and some people take a little longer to finish the test. As soon as somebody finishes, okay, what's the deal? So I need my time. So don't stress if you see that somebody else finishes. It is not a race. The fact that somebody finished first doesn't mean that he or she is better, that he or she got less or better results. No, that doesn't mean anything. That just means that that person finished earlier, and it doesn't mean a lot. So it is not a race. It is not about who finishes first. It is about how you feel. And when we are talking about time in the ICFES, it is about how you do well with the time, because there is a time constraint, there is a time limit, but it is enough. They are giving you enough time, so concentrate, focus, just stay on your page and don't worry if somebody finishes first. Worry about yourself. Go peacefully through the exam. Try to keep your emotions safe, one part at a time. Because if you start doing the first part of the exam, and probably it's Spanish, I'm just saying an example, and then you say, but oh no, I'm not going to have enough time. Oh, but English, and then math, oh, and social studies. At what time am I going to do all of this? No, don't worry about that. One part at a time, but also make sure that you do well with time without stressing. Because when we stress, no, everything is a mess. So when we stress, that consumes more time. So don't worry. Have beautiful thoughts. Think positively. And before answering, ask yourself, does this directly answer the question? Why? Because in some examples or some questions of the ICFES, they are asking something and some students answer different things. For example, if we ask, what time is it? You need to answer, it is 5 o'clock. But some people in some other cases, they go like, okay, what color is this? It is Saturday. You see? So let's have an example. If the question is, what is the author trying to do in the text? A, to convince the reader. B, 5 blocks away from the theater. C, almost never. D, he does not prefer poetry books. What would you say? What is the correct answer? I am going to give you a minute so that you take your time and have the answer. Okay, I'm going to go back to the chat and to see if you got the correct answer. Okay, so Catalina says A, Victor says A, Oriana says also A. Yeah, it was a question by Hernandez. I'm so sorry. Okay. A. The reason why is because to convince is an action. And we are asking what is the author trying to do in the text. In this case, I made a mistake. Author has H. Good point. So the only answer that has a verb, an action, is A, to convince. B, 5 blocks away, that doesn't really answer the question. Almost never, we are not asking how often. And D, that doesn't have anything to do with the question. We also recommend you to train your interpretations. Train your reading so that you don't get tired. Why? Because when you read the test, when you read the test, the ICFES test, it is a lot of text. It is a lot of words. It is a lot of paragraphs. So what is the idea? That your eyes are physically trained and also your brain trained for what? To process information. So be gentle with your train, but make sure that your brain is ready to process that amount of information. ICFES takes a little long, so you know that your brain is going to need to be healthy, and also your eyes. Make sure that you read and that you don't get tired that quickly, okay? Another very interesting point, especially because you are teenagers. Don't make plans after the exam related to parties. So avoid after ICFES. That's not the best idea. As I said before, you have so many other opportunities, so many other occasions, so many other situations in which you can celebrate. Why? Why do we recommend you this? Because if you start thinking about this in the exam, it is not going to be easy for you to focus on the exam. Also, it is going to make you feel like you want to hurry and like you want to I don't know how to call that, like you want to hand your paper in quickly, and you don't want that. If you start thinking about the party, about the after ICFES, then you want to finish quickly, and that's not the idea. We don't want you to finish quickly, we want you to finish well, and also that you feel good about your results. So that feeling of, I did well, I was confident, that is better. And if you start thinking about plans like after ICFES, then it is not going to help. In the case that you don't have the best results ever, make sure that you relax too, because ICFES doesn't mean your whole life. Good students can also get sad results, and also bad students can also get good results. So what does that mean? That if you do well at school, it doesn't mean that you necessarily are going to do well in your ICFES exam. What does that mean? That whatever is the case, you need to train yourself and be open to anything. So make sure that if you probably don't do well at school, you also have a hope. You also have a chance to do well in the ICFES exam. If you don't do well in the ICFES, it is not the end of the world. However, we encourage you to make your efforts so that you have you have good results in your ICFES, not for us, but for yourself. It is a good treat for yourself. It is a good way to show that you love yourself and that you are going to have a good bridge to your university. It depends, because in some other universities, they don't care about ICFES, but a good number of universities in Colombia actually do care. So what is the idea? That you relax, but that you make your efforts so that you can have positive results in your ICFES. Okay, this is the end of the session. So this is an invitation so that you can keep on watching us. If you have any recommendations, we are open to suggestions. We are going to be live streaming here on our YouTube channel, so please subscribe and stay tuned to our news. Please, in a comment or in the chat, or yeah, it's better in a comment, tell us what topic do you want us to talk about. Let us know in a comment. So far, you are more than invited to join us on March 1st. On March 1st, we are going to have another session about ICFES, but it is going to be a little harder. It is going to be a little more interesting, because we are going to see the kind of questions that they ask in the ICFES exam in English, okay? So that is going to be very important. It is going to be highly important that you watch us that day and that you tune this channel so that you can know the different kinds of questions that we are going to face in the exam in the ICFES. This is also another opportunity to talk about the English camp that we are going to offer in Fusagasugá for Bethlemite students in Bogotá, Bucaramanga, Bello, Pereira, and Vélez. This is going to be from March 6th to March 10th. It costs 500,000 pesos per person, and it is going to be in Fusagasugá. This is the first camp. Don't worry, students from other cities, because from April 3rd to April 7th, you are going to have another camp, and it is for students in Pamplona, Armenia, Barranca Bermeja, Palmira, and Medellin. It costs 500,000 pesos per person, and if you are interested, you can talk to your coordinators. And they are going to contact me so that we can arrange everything for the inscription. For example, if you are a student in Bogotá, you can talk to Pilar or to Pilar Vaca or to Miguel Diaz. In Bucaramanga, you can talk to Sister Ángela Vargas or to teacher Diana Forneles, and they will contact me as well. In Bello, you can contact coordinator Luz Mary Jaramillo and also Sister Lina Zúñiga. In Pereira, you can contact coordinator Diana Tavares, and in Vélez, you can contact coordinator Carolina. In Pamplona, you can contact coordinator Edgar Pamplona or also coordinator Magali Jaimes. In Armenia, you can contact coordinator Diana Rubio. In Barranca Bermeja, you can contact coordinator Margarita Arias. And in Palmira, and Medellin, you can contact coordinators Marlene and Leah Agudelo. So that is just a little advertising for the English camps that we are going to have in March and in April, and the cost. We are going to have contests, karaoke's, and okay. If you want to have more information about that, you can send us a mail to proyectoidiomas@bethlemitas.org.co. Stay tuned. You can follow us on Facebook, and actually please follow us on Facebook. Why? Because more information about our future streaming sessions are going to be there on Facebook. We are going to say, hey, our next streaming session on YouTube is going to be on April blah blah blah. So that is our channel, our means of communication with you. So make sure that you follow, make sure that you stay tuned to our activities and also to our live streaming sessions. And also you can follow us on Instagram, Bethlemite Schools. We hope to see you there. And thank you so much for having us today. I would like to know if there are any questions about anything that we saw today. So I'm going to, this is me again. So let me see if there are any questions. Thank you so much, Victor from Palmira. Thank you for having tuned us in. Also, let's thank Oriana and Paola, who are having a discussion on YouTube. Please be gentle. You are both Bethlemite students. You know what to do. And are you sick? Okay, that's a good question. Yeah, I was a little sick in January. Now I'm just coughing. The flu is gone. But thank you so much for asking. I hope to be better next time. William, I'm not taking the remedy. So, no. Okay. No, another question related to the ICFES. Do you have another question related to the ICFES? Not to my sickness, please. All right. So, yes, Victor, we hope to see you there. We hope you can join the camp. Otherwise, you can keep on enjoying our streaming sessions. Please let us know what would you like to talk about in these sessions. And also, hi, Silvia Figueroa. And also, make sure that you participate in English in this chat, okay? Because that's the idea. Please follow us in our Facebook and our Instagram so that you make sure that you can know the information about our future streaming sessions. Let me show you a little something. If you go on a website, but let me share the screen. If you go on the following website, for example, if you go on Google and you write Proyecto Idiomas Weeks, no, Proyecto Idiomas Weeks Bethlemitas, no, it didn't work. Okay, proyectoidiomas.wix.com/CLEOBethlemitas. If you go there, you are going to know about the project. As you see, this is a picture from Armenia, a picture from Pasto. So, hi, Bethlemite students in Pasto. A picture from Pereira. A picture from Pereira as well. So you can know more about the project and about the efforts that we are doing with your English teachers around Colombia. And Vélez. So you can recognize your school because your school is participating in this project too. I'm very, very happy to have had you today. So thank you so much for your time. Make sure that you don't miss the following streaming sessions, and bye-bye. Have a lovely day, everyone. It was a pleasure. I'm just going to see if there are any other questions so that thank you, Mariana, for your greetings in Bucaramanga. Oriana, don't worry about interaction here. We're always going to have this kind of people who don't cooperate, but don't worry. For today, it is finished, but don't worry. This is only the first mañana que. So don't worry. This is only the first streaming session. Please let us know what would you like to talk about in future sessions so that we can keep on doing this more often, okay? Follow our Facebook, please, please, and follow our Instagram because that is going to be the place where you can know the time and the day of our future live sessions. Next session, March 1st, 4:30 p.m. March 1st, 4:30 p.m. We are going to watch the following, the kind of questions that we can face in the ICFES, and also we can have a little chatting and a little interaction as long as it is polite, okay? So please don't be rude in the chat. Otherwise, you know that I can find you, and you know that I know your coordinators at your school. So make good decisions, don't be rude, and be polite and lovely with your online classmates, okay? Thank you so much, Iván Darío Nimojon. In Vélez, you are 19 students. We hope that you enjoyed this first session, and let's see if you can join the following session too. Awesome, awesome. All right, this is everything for today. Awesome. Have a lovely day, have a lovely afternoon, and see you on March 1st. And if you go to the camp, you are more than welcome there. Bye-bye. Have a lovely day, everyone.